Today is the day because today we are talking filming and editing, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the techniques that pretty much took my channel from 0 subscribers to now almost 15k subscribers. At the time of filming this video we are sitting at 14.9k subscribers, so that's like 15k subscribers if you ask me. So yeah, very close. And in the past 2 years of consistently putting out videos on YouTube, yeah, that's how long it took. I have experimented, tried out a number of things, and some of them have been very successful, but the rest, they have failed woefully. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes as me. So if you're interested in leveling up your filming and your editing, making videos you're proud of, and hopefully grow your subscribers to a point where you think you deserve, get comfortable and let's get into these tips. And if you're a bit distracted, you want to come back to me because I'm going to be spilling the tea and you want to make sure that you're ready for this. Ooh, that sugar sweet. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Antwiwaa. Just in case you're seeing my gorgeous face the very first time, you're welcome. If you're returning, welcome back and what's up, my G. Here on YouTube, I've made a variety of videos, from sit down videos to vlog type videos, and those videos have pretty much been centered on the topics of personal finance, personal development and lifestyle vlogs. In this video, I'm going to be showing a step-by-step guide to investing in stocks here in Ghana. So I can have some experience on filming sit-down videos and vlog type videos. So whichever one works for you, you definitely stand to learn a thing or two from this video. We're going to start with filming and filming equipment. Over the past 2 years of actively posting videos on YouTube, I've used different equipment or different cameras to film. I started out with my iPhone and then I moved to borrowing a Nikon camera. I don't remember the numbers. You know, Nikon has something D. I don't remember those numbers. And eventually I got my very own camera and I alternate between filming with my camera, which is what I'm filming with at the moment, and filming with my iPhone 11 Pro Max. The camera I currently use is the same camera I use for sit-down videos like this one or vlog type videos, and the camera is a Canon M50 and it's a very beginner friendly camera. It doesn't have too many overwhelming buttons. You can pick it up and know how to use it within minutes. And I have two lenses. The very first lens is the 15 to, I need to check, oh great, it's sitting right here in front of me. This one is a 50 to 45mm lens. It is the kit lens that comes with the Canon M50 camera, and the second lens is the one I'm currently filming on, which is a Canon 50mm lens. So what's the difference, you may ask? So the kit lens that comes with the camera, which is the 15 to 45mm lens, it will allow you to zoom in and out. So this type of lens is pretty good for vlogging. You can, you know, zoom in and out, have different apertures, all of that stuff, which is great. But, and I'm going to use layman terms because not all of us are conversant with all these camera terms. The 50mm lens, the one I'm filming on, pretty much allows me to have very crisp sit-down videos and have a blurry background if I want it. Currently my background is quite clean if you ask me, so I'm not interested in blurring it out. The kit lens is great for vlogging. You can also use it for sit-down videos, except if you're filming sit-down videos, the kit lens may not entirely give you that really creamy blurry background that most people want for their sit-down videos, but the 50mm lens can do that. It also allows me to capture details. So let's say I'm trying to show you something like I'm doing right now. The 50mm lens captures it very beautifully, so it's perfect when you're filming detailed shots like filming jewelry, or you're filming beauty content like makeup and, you know, showing stuff. And the last thing about the 50mm lens in layman terms is that it allows a lot of light into the camera, so I can film at night. It's currently dark everywhere, and so I can film at night and my video will still be crisp. If I'm using this lens in front of me, I'd have to open the lens a lot more, and that affects the quality of footage you see. Then let's move on to sound. In the past 2 years, I've used different things to record my sound. So I started out with my iPhone, and then I got a Rode mic, like a very small Rode vlogging mic, and then I moved to this massive mic, which was a bad idea because my camera is quite small, so that massive mic was definitely too big for the camera. And oh, I was gifted a lapel mic at the very beginning, a very long lapel mic, which is very helpful. At the moment, I'm using the Rode Wireless Go 2 mic, which I upgraded to a few months ago, and they are amazing. I have no regrets. I like the sound that comes out of it. It's very crisp and it's very handy. I don't have to have wires all around me. I don't have to have that. It's right here. I can clip it to my clothing if I want, or I can let it sit right in front of me and it still captures the sound really good. So yeah, I'm going to leave links to the equipment I use in the description box so that you can check it out and kind of know where I got them from, just in case you're interested. Now let's talk about lighting, which plays a major role in filming your videos and how they come out. So for the most part, I film with natural light unless I'm filming late into the night.
Listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
I filmed this video entirely using natural light, and look how beautiful and well lit my skin is. Yeah, for videos that I filmed during the night, I have one major source of light, which is my softbox. It is a massive softbox with a diffuser which softens the harshness of the light and allows it to hit my skin more gently, you know, more subtle, more well blended and not that harsh. And then I bounce off that light with a reflector or two. But remember that I only use my softbox if I'm filming at night, or mostly when I'm filming sit down videos like this one. That aside, I find that natural light works just fine for me and it'll work just fine for you as well. Now on to filming. For sit down videos like this one, I'd usually film just an A-roll. An A-roll is basically the kind of video you're watching, and then I'll film B-rolls where necessary or include B-rolls where I have to. So B-rolls are pretty much videos you put on another video to kind of show something, describe something, or enhance the story or information you are giving with your video. And this is a trick I use when I'm unable to film B-roll myself. I would usually go onto stock footage website. There are websites that allow you to use videos that have been captured by other creators or other videographers for a fee or sometimes for free. There are a number of them that are free. An example of such footage could be footage of somebody waking up in the morning, somebody buying flowers or grocery shopping, somebody running or working out at the gym. Do you get that vibe? I didn't film these videos, but in order to make my video a little bit more interesting, I find these videos online and then I can use those on my videos. Vlogs are some of my favorite videos to film, but they can also get very tiring to film, because if you're anything like me, you want to take your viewer on a journey in your vlogs. So it's not just, hi, this is what I did today, I did this and did this. You're trying to tell them a story with your vlog. So in order to do that properly, it would be great if you could include different angles of you doing the same thing. So let's say I'm chopping onions in the kitchen. I would capture a close-up, another angle of me chopping the same onions. And I want to make sure that the continuity is there so that it makes it a lot more interesting than it would be if it's just one angle of me chopping onions back to back. So for vlogs, make sure that you're capturing different angles, make sure that you're including B-rolls, and if you want that cinematic feel, you want to take your time and get the footage. Another technique I use in filming is that there are times where something I'm doing is important to the story I'm trying to tell in my video, but watching me do it can be very annoying. Let's say I'm talking about maybe folding my laundry on the weekend, right? And you're going to watch an entire minute or two of me folding my laundry. That's not something I want to watch, and unless you're doing some wild folding technique, I don't think I want to watch that for an entire minute. So for things like that, I'll use techniques like time lapses, which you pretty much speed up the video, but in a very interesting way. If you take a normal video and you speed it up, it's not the same as taking a time lapse. If you know, you know. And then in some instances, if I want to emphasize something, I'll film a slow-mo, and bringing all those elements together makes the video a lot more interesting to watch. Now let's talk editing. I could talk about editing all day long because I actually love editing. It is where I bring all the things that are in my head to reality. Most of the time, I can't even translate the things up here to reality, so I don't do an entirely great job at it, but that my ideas come to fruition at the editing stage. So I love editing. The downside of editing is that if you're doing the most for your videos, you're doing the most, doing you can spend a lot of hours editing, and that is not entirely fun if you have a lot of things going on in your life. For editing any type of video, I usually have about 5 to 6 elements, and I'm going to walk you through through. Of course, first things first is the footage. Then there is music, there is sound effects, then text, overlays, and transition. And all these things play a major role in bringing your video together and making it more interesting and more enjoyable to watch. The first thing I do when I'm done filming my sit-down videos or my vlog is that I import it into my editing app or my editing software. So let's briefly talk about editing apps or software. I started out creating videos on YouTube on my phone, and so when I was using my phone, I was using iMovie. But I quickly realized that on my phone, iMovie didn't have the flexibility, and so all the ideas I had, I couldn't bring them to life on iMovie. So I quickly got tired of iMovie, and then I moved to editing on my laptop. But that's about 2 years ago, and there are better video editing apps for phones out there, so you can definitely check them out. And after I ditched iMovie, I moved to Adobe Premiere Pro, which is great, which worked for me very well. So I've used Adobe Premiere Pro, I've used Final Cut, which is an Apple software, and then I've also used DaVinci Resolve. At the moment, I currently switch between DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. So those are the two editing softwares I use. For this particular video, I'm going to be editing in DaVinci Resolve, which I think is really fun to edit with. I've been editing on DaVinci Resolve for a number of months now, and I thoroughly enjoy it. All the softwares I've mentioned are paid for. You can definitely check online and help yourself out. Okay, none of the softwares are out of the way. Let's talk about editing. The first thing I do when I'm done with all the filming and it's time for me to edit is I cut. I have a message or a story in mind for every single video, so I sit down and I cut. I cut out the fluff. I cut out all the and all the breathing. So sometimes when I'm talking in a video, I have pauses like this one, and nobody wants that. So I cut those out. I cut out the mistakes I make most of the time, unless it's funny or it makes the video a little bit more interesting, is going out. And then once I'm done cutting, I come back and I look at my footage in full and I decide exactly how I want to translate the message I had in mind or the emotions I had while I was filming the video. One mistake I was making in the past was that because I spent a lot of time filming something, even if it makes my video a little bit boring or it doesn't add to the story of my video, I'll still include in the video because I spent a lot of time filming it. But now I don't do that. If it's not a key part of my story, if it doesn't make the video even a little bit more interesting and it's just fluff, it's going out. I don't care if I spent 3 hours filming it. So once I'm done cutting, the next thing I do is I go in there and I include the elements I talked about. So I include text where necessary, then music. I usually choose my music based on the emotion I want the viewer to feel when they're watching my videos. And I want you to feel excited, like, yay, we just hit 15,000 subscribers on YouTube and I'm so excited, oh my god. I'll use that type of music. But if I want my viewer to feel the pain or the sadness I felt some time ago when my beautiful cone of ice cream fell, then I would include sad and slow music like this one. Then there are times where I want to introduce suspense. I want to build suspense and make you wonder what is coming and leave you on the edge of your seat. That's when I include music like this one. Then there are times where I want you to vibe. I want you to bop your head to some nice music or, bust a move or two. And then I'll include music like this one. So you see, music is very important when it comes to videos and telling stories. I find music in different places. The very first place is a YouTube audio library. If you look properly, you find good ones. Don't even complain right now. And then there are paid music services like Epidemic Sound. Then I've also used Artlist, and in recent times I've been finding trendy songs, but like the remixes or like the acapella of those songs. Do you get it? And so I come on YouTube and I put in the song into the search bar, and then I'd like add like a remix or a refix or an acapella or I'm a piano, and you find that people have done different variations of the song, and those ones are usually non-copyrighted, so you can use those for free and get away with them. But if you use the original song by the original artist, then you get a copyright strike. So any money you make on that video on YouTube would go directly to the creator of the song. And I'm not gonna be out here working hard for somebody to get all my hard-earned coins. No. Also, a little FYI, from my experience, Burna Boy songs, no matter how the remix is done, it still gets copyrighted. Don't say I didn't tell you. So once I have my music added, I would also add sound effects. And sound effects usually emphasize something I'm trying to mention. So when I mention money in my video, I can include a sound effects just to, make it register in your head, and it draws your viewer in. But I use them wisely. Not because I say use sound effects, you're going to carry all the sound effects in your library and splatter them all over your video. No. But whenever they're needed, they add a lot to your video. So yeah, then let's talk about overlays. So overlays are things like this that add visual interest to your video and enhance your stories. You can find overlays for free online. Just go into Google and type the type of overlay you're looking for. So VHS overlay, you can get different variations, glitch overlays, camera overlays, iPhone overlays. There are a bunch of them online. You just have to know how to search for them, and once you search well, you would find them. I find that you can do all the things I just mentioned and your video will still be meh if you're not good with storytelling and conveying emotions or the message you're trying to convey with the video you're creating. And for that, I'm willing to share every single thing I know about storytelling, about how to film videos to tell the stories you want to tell, and edit the videos in such a way that whoever is watching the video can connect with the story or even find themselves in the story. I'm open to teaching you every single thing I know in that regard so that you can finally make videos you're proud of and videos that would grow your channel and grow your views. So feel free to shoot me an email. I'll leave my email in the description box if you're interested in that service, and I will be glad to have a one-on-one session with you. A little FYI though, if you don't have up to 2 videos on your channel, don't send me an email, because I want to know that you're committed to, making videos on YouTube and actually growing on YouTube. I'll leave my email in the description box. You can check out this video right here. I share my very affordable filming setup. This was filmed I think about a year ago, and at the time I didn't have some of the things I had. My videos were still decent, so check out this video right here where I share my very affordable, very cheap filming setup, and then you can use that information to build your own filming setup if you're going to be filming sit down videos like this. I'll see you right here. Bye.